This is a poem I wrote a few years ago, and it's called Coleridge Wakes Up. Coleridge, wake up. This is the dream. Coleridge wakes confused from measureless caverns and a dark river that runs like tar. He stands on unsteady feet and doesn't know how long he slept. In his small room, the fire has died, the tallow candles guttered out. Coleridge troubles the hopeless embers, throws on a log, rattles out the pungent cough of an opiate addict. He stares out at the ancient Colburn Church spire stabbing up through the mist. A grey rain begins to fall, its landing lost in the clinging twilight. Coleridge cannot tell if it is morning or night. It was only a dream, he tries to believe. There is no dome, no Alph, no sunless sea. The ocean waters were not stirred into turmoil. That great black universe-filled eye did not stare out from sickly knotted coils. Coleridge will deny that like a book he was opened. The words that make him were not read, chapters, index, and glossary unexposed. The secret passages remain secret. His spine was not broken. He was not extinguished, he will lie to himself, in the gaze of that obsidian towering wall. And what made Coleridge Coleridge was not dispersed in that vast contracting pupil of no soul, and he did not hear the whisper that like a painter's brush swept over him and told Coleridge about melancholy Jane Toulmin, who will be swallowed in the Sidmouth tide, not 9 years old and a pastor's daughter, too young for an ocean bride. Coleridge stabs at the hopeless embers, but only sees a seaweed crown for little Janie's tiny head as she drifts down in the tide to a skin of scales and sand for her marriage bed. In stone churches like Culbone, the psalms for her will be sung and said, and a dream will come to a dream, and Jesus above the altar bled. Coleridge will sit in his chair among the assembled grief. He will pull at his collar, and to God Almighty pray in disbelief. There is no dome, no Alph. There is no sunless sea, where God sleeps and stares, and in death's dreamless slumber dreams the world to be. There is no dome, no Alph. There is no sunless sea. Even awake, Coleridge cannot convince himself what is real, and realizes with the last twinge of opiate spiking at his cortex that he cannot leave his rented farmhouse and run to God outside, so he takes out his pen to write it out and hopes that light arrives. He is relieved when called to Porlock for business. In the fresh morning air and sunlight, he finally forgets.